Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for tuning into your reading. So I haven't yet decided what kind of reading I want to do. Probably my 5-card spread where we're looking at an overall situation within your love life. I think I will pull some cards from my traits deck to start off though, to give you guys a hint about who you're here for. And I'm going to go ahead and give you some things to choose from, to choose your groups. Timestamps are in the description box down below the video. So you can go off the thumbnail with the flowers or these stones. We've got lapis lazuli for number 1, amethyst for number 2, and goldstone, or not goldstone, it's a yellow gold colored stone for number 3. So pause the video if you need more time. I'm thinking, yeah, my regulars will know that I do overall readings, looking at people's feelings towards one another, outcome, situation, things like that, okay? So if you don't have anyone in particular, then this can be a general reading in love for you or somebody that's coming in or something else that you need to hear, okay? So we're going to get started with Lapis Lazuli Group 1. Let's hear from Zoltar real quick, Group 1. How are you guys doing? Thanks for tuning into your reading.
Hear your fortune from Zoltar. Sometimes you can tell a wise person not only by what he says, but also by what he doesn't say. Remember, it is much better to say little than to say too much and regret it later.
Uh-oh, so say little, not too much. It's better to say less, okay? That's what they're saying, guys. So Group 1, take that how that resonates and everything like that. So this is a general reading, so remember, take what resonates, forget what doesn't. If it's vice versa or interchangeable, do that. Choose another group if it doesn't resonate. We're going to use these cards here. So go ahead and think about your person of interest, your love life situation. We're going to talk about the love interest that Group 1 is here for. We've got Sagittarius. So you could be here for somebody with Sun, Moon, Rising, Sagittarius, or has those traits. We've got sensual, somebody here is sensual. Also we've got S twice, so somebody could have that strong in their name, basically. First, middle, last initial, perhaps. Who else is Group 1 here for? Facial hair, so somebody here with some noticeable facial hair. A Virgo, we got Virgo coming through, Sun, Moon, Rising, and we'll get one more. So yes, this can be describing, we've got where's jewelry try to come out, your person of interest, but it can also be describing you as well. I know some people will say that. That sounds like me. Well, then, you know, it's not outside of the realm of possibilities that you could be aligning with and attracting somebody that is similar to yourself, right? So otherwise it could, again, be somebody that you're already dealing with, you already know, or are here for. Who else? What else can you tell us about this person? Stylish. Okay. So you got a, let's see, a stylish, sensual Sagittarius Virgo with facial hair who wears jewelry. All right. So most of you here are probably here for a masculine. But if you're here for a feminine and they have facial hair, hey, I'm not here to judge. Let's face it, I'm human. We all judge. The brain judges automatically before you even realize you've done it, but it's up to you to decide, you know, how far you want to take that. So let me put these to the side and we will get into your reading. I want to go ahead and use, and let's see what time it is. Like, I need to keep on track as far as time goes as well. Just give me a second here. Okay. Got some MIA action going on right now. Just a moment. I definitely do need to keep track of time though. Got a lot going on, guys. All right. Thanks for bearing with me. Sorry for the delay. I've just got a lot going on. So with that being said, let's get into your cards. So I'm going to start with these. We'll get some messages from your person towards the end of the reading. But for those who have tuned in and have chosen group 1, let's get a sentence that kind of describes their situation, their person of interest, or themselves here, something they need to know. So pause the video if you need more time to put together some sentences here that you feel resonate with you. But what we're getting is I feel like you guys are coming out of a period of feeling like you're ill at ease, that you're in fear, anxiety, or dread. But we can read it as, you know, you are destined to be, you know, experiencing these feelings of anxiety regarding somebody, if they're a manipulative person with the King of Pentacles, that's earth sign, we've got fire sign here as well. But I do feel like you guys are coming out of that, so it's a grand opportunity, and what's happening is that dreadful thing that you're worried about, or someone's worried about here, it's related to this charismatic individual. Could be a rich, sexy man, like the card says, but also somebody that perhaps is a bit manipulative, or you're worried that they are manipulative, something along those lines, but you feel like this person's a miracle, or that this is meant to be, or something along those lines. So we're going to go ahead and let the cards, the tarot cards, kind of elaborate on that and see what messages they have that want to come through on that. I do get that question a lot in my private practice, people asking, you know, is it meant to be or whatever, and it's just like, it's not meant to be or not meant to be, it's only what you want, your manifestor of your reality. So yeah, if you guys would like a private reading from me, my contact information is in the description box down below the video. Thanks to those of you who check me out and support me in that way. But if all you do is like and subscribe, that keeps me coming back to do more of these readings, and I appreciate that as well. If the white noise is bothering you, turn on the closed captions. That usually works. Yeah, temperance. Like, do the adult thing and manage the situation. Right? Figure it out. It's gonna be okay. So anyway, for everyone who's chosen group 1, my viewers, what's going on in their situation? Let's do the 5-card spread. Spirit knows what that is for me. So we're going to go ahead and just cut this here in one moment for group 1. Okay, so we've got a Tower moment. Upheaval could be a shock, surprise, some sort of upsetting situation here. Something dreadful, right? We saw that with this card that came out first, something to be anxious about. Maybe you were worried about it and now it's happened. This is the present moment though, so Tower is about the present moment, so feeling this kind of upset, really upset energy. What is the combined energy between you and your person of interest? It could be around gossip, something like that with the Page of Swords. That's also another energy of of anxiety, because I like to call the Page of Swords, well, not defensive Dan, I think that's more 7 of Wands, but nervous Nelly. Okay, that's what I like to call the Page of Swords. He's like a nervous Nelly, and it can have to do, with just not knowing enough, getting some information, but it's not enough to go on. So you're looking for more information is what it looks like. Okay, so can talk about, communication that's occurred. Maybe you got some news that you did not like, but for whatever reason, I am sorry that you guys are in this Page of Swords energy. It's not a good, and the Tower energy, it's not a good energy to be in by any, means. I'm not going to argue the semantics of, oh, why it could be okay because of X, Y, Z. It's the Tower. So yeah, it'll lead to something better, but it's probably not feeling that way right now. So there's definitely a need for some open communication to clear the air. Some of you have gotten a bit of communication that's helped you to stop worrying and stressing, and maybe you're like looking at the situation in a more positive lens. Others of you might feel like you've been manipulative or are being manipulative yourselves, but either way, this is a card saying that you need to just be open about it and have a conversation, okay? So, and it could be that, you know, that the Tower moment can be addressed through a conversation. This is like clear dialogue. That's what pages about communication. Swords is about communication. So it's about clear dialogue, getting clarity into the situation. So, you know, that's the main meaning with that in this position. You know, communication, and or the, you know, arrival of new information that maybe has upset the dynamic of the relationship, really upset it with the Tower, at least for you or whoever this is on this side. So there's definitely a need for like a fresh perspective here. And yeah, learning from the past as well, especially if this is somebody from your past. Yeah, so definitely needing some careful analysis here, not being in this Nine of Wands energy, which is more about, you know, kind of being anxious and anxiously waiting for something to happen and wondering if something's going to happen. It looks like something did happen. Like maybe you were like wanting to talk to somebody and you're talking to them and it wasn't what you wanted, or didn't go the way you thought it would, something along those lines. So if it's not resonating, choose a different group, maybe from the playlist link down below. Otherwise, the rest of the reading could resonate for some of you. Of course, it's general, so a lot of people are watching for this reading, so it's going to be different storylines, narratives, yada yada yada. Let's keep going. So others of you, you know that this is, you know what this is about. So this person, their person of interest, how does their person of interest feel towards them right now? We've got another page. Speaking of pages, wow. I'm just looking at, underneath the page is the Ten of Cups as well. With the bottom of the deck, we've got the Ace of Cups. So we've got Ace of Cups just forced its way down. So whatever this Tower moment is that you're experiencing, this shock, this bad news, or this upsetting news, or whatever, this conversation that needs to be had, your person is feeling very lovingly, romantically towards you. You know, the Page of Cups is a softie, okay? Both pages, like neither one of them really can see things very clearly because they are young. It's a young energy regardless of who we're talking about. That's just a page energy. And the Page of Swords is lacking clarity due to not understanding and needing to get more information and actively seeking more information. And the Page of Cups is just kind of clueless because he has a tendency to wear rose-colored glasses. Rose-colored glasses still be very childlike and imaginative in that way that can, you know, make him confused or deceive himself. So maybe there's a bit of that going on here as well. But we can't deny with the Ace of Cups, and then even underneath the Ace of Cups is the Knight of Cups. You could really be dealing with a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or somebody with that strong in their chart. But there's definitely love here. If this is a newer connection, which it very well could be, this person feels like they could love you. They already have a big crush on you. Their feelings are really rosy towards you. Like I said, rose-colored glasses. He's got roses in his little bundle there. They could be wanting to deliver you flowers or give you a gift or something like that. If they did something, like made a romantic gesture towards you, likely it would be somehow a little bit clumsy or something because it is a page energy. But this person feels infatuated with you. They feel dreamy about love in general, and they can see you as someone with whom they can have the love. I don't know what your Tower moment has to do with. Maybe it has to do with work and keeping things, you know, going and staying on your toes and being busy or something along those lines. Issues to do with balance. It's out of balance, or you feel like it is. Something's come crashing down, but this person's feeling is very optimistic about a potential future with you. So this person does feel like a kid again, and their eyes have been open to new love. Even if this is an older connection and you're in a relationship, they feel like they can see something solid with you in the future. But again, this is from a page perspective, right? I don't know how grounded in reality, but they seem serious with that Ten of Cups underneath, which is showing like a loving relationship, having children, moving in together, having a family, and that could be some aspect of this involved already anyway in some respect. But this person, I mean, if you are together, it feels like you guys are getting and giving clarity with communication with the Page of Swords. If you're in a relationship, there is something here that just, this person feels like you're wonderful. If you're in a relationship, if this is an ex or somebody from your past, you know, they are looking at this through rose-colored glasses and they regret having, you know, split up from you. This person misses you if this is somebody from your past. You know, they realize that, you know, they've just realized a lot of different things, like what they like about you, what they liked about the relationship. And so they really look at, you know, this as potentially having the possibility of getting back together. And you would then just want to make sure that their ideas, like their reasoning for wanting to get back together, is rooted in reality and not just dreams, because this is that Page of Cups energy, after all, a very dreamy individual. So you guys could be in the talking about getting back together, or talking about the relationship and giving each other clarity about that. And you're getting clarity, maybe your mind is blown that this person has confessed that they love you, and you're like, what? You know, after everything we've been through, or when it's just a new relationship, or, you know, whatever the situation is with that. Or this person's telling you that they like you, or they're doing just some sort of like looking at the situation to see, you know, see what you can learn. You're both doing that in that energy of see what you can learn about each other in the relationship and what's happening. So yeah, this person is looking at you with fresh eyes, though it still feels new, even if you guys have been together for a while. And the next card was going to be intentions, and that was the Ten of Cups. So I think we can see, you know, quite clearly what their intentions are just by looking at that card. You probably don't even need me to read it to you, because the picture says everything in the picture. In a picture is 1,000 words. So this person sees having everything with you. That's the happily ever after card. You know, they intend to keep you by their side for a long, like for the long haul, for the long run. It's like being with you makes them feel stable and secure. This person intends to feel this way if they don't already. I mean, yeah, it could be just them in their dreamy little heads, you know, with that Page of Cups energy. I already described, you know, them, and so it makes sense. But it could be, you know, this is what they're intending, so it's nice anyway, regardless, you know, of where it's coming from. They feel like they can trust you. They feel like you're someone with whom they can, you know, share that trust. And, you know, even if it is a newer connection, they see you as someone that, you know, fate has brought to them. And they kind of believe like you are their destiny, that you guys have been brought together by destiny, by fate. And it's a really positive card with, you know, wherever it lands. So this person is happy that you bring in the harmony and things like that. It does seem like, you know, loving words were exchanged, or whatever this, you know, conversation, observation, however this person is getting the information that makes them feel this way, whether you're apart or together. This person's intentions, if this is someone from the past, they want to reconnect with you, they intend to do so. They feel bad about ending the connection, like I said, with the Page of Cups. You know, they feel like they can't find anybody as good as you, basically. They can't find anybody as good as you that offered the same emotional security and satisfaction that they enjoyed when they were in your company. And so they just realize like how easy and wonderful and natural and fated that it feels. And they want to just kind of like rebuild what's been lost and make up for their shortcomings in the past, or whatever they've done in the past. They want to make up for that. For those that's an ex, if you're in a relationship, you could very well be, and they just feel very harmonious and peaceful with you, and a lot of the same things that I already said, but just you know, reworded to accommodate the fact that this is somebody that you're currently with. And so anyway, this person just intends like any challenge, whatever this tower is going through, could be personal, could be your own personal stuff, not have to do with the relationship, but whoever is going through the tower, this person's intentions are that, you know, that nothing is going to stop them from supporting you, that no challenge will ever be more significant than their sense of stability that they have to offer you. Of course, they're standing here offering you a little bouquet of flowers, right? You might not even like flowers. You might be allergic to flowers. That's what I'm saying, page energy. But it's still a nice gesture. And what they have to offer, I mean, they really have big dreams for what they can offer you, whether they actually can in real life or not. They intend to offer you like a future and stability, because they believe that everything's going to turn out okay no matter what. So this is truly a loving and optimistic person. Very loving, very optimistic. So the next card then, following the usual flow, is the Nine of Wands, which is interesting because we did have the Nine of Wands come out, you know, earlier. That dreadful thing, really anxious about, in dread or fear. It depends on whether X, Y, and Z will happen or won't happen. Somebody's ill at ease, waiting. It's like the wait is over. There's not going to be any more of that. Maybe somebody wasn't putting in the effort that they should have been in the past. But we're seeing, you know, that changing. It could have been, who was it? Where is he? The King of Pentacles. Here it is. because the King of Pentacles comes across in a manipulative energy. And so we're seeing somebody that perhaps was not, you know, doing what they should have been doing. But that will not resonate for everyone. But now we're seeing the Nine of Wands in the upright, and when the Nine of Wands is the upright in the outcome position, it's talking about, well, two things. Okay, for one group of you, it's going to be that this is really, really hard and it doesn't look great. The situation in and of itself, it's not great because it's a lot of work, and maybe you're just done and you're tired of waiting on someone. So that will resonate probably more with people that, you know, are dealing with someone who, you know, is manipulative or something along those lines. Others of you, I feel like there has been a change, even if it looks like an awful change, like it's bad, what comes up must go down, you know, this too shall pass. And you're coming out of this Nine of Wands energy where it's all felt like you're losing faith, and you're struggling and all of these things. You know, you're not going to be feeling that way anymore. Maybe you felt like, you know, you're in this all by yourself and things like that. Now, could that mean because you're going to walk away? Is that why you're coming out of that Nine of Wands energy? Is that because you're finally going to walk away and stop waiting or stop dealing with this person? Yeah, for some of you, that's what's going to give you this peace that I'm talking about. That's what's going to get you, you know, out of that Nine of Wands, everything so challenging and hard energy. Others of you, it means that this person is going to step up. So there's a final battle here. There's like, things are not over. You know, just get ready for yourself. It feels like something's very exhausting, and I'm sorry you guys are in this Tower energy, and it feels like it's exhausting, and something is causing a lot of stress, and maybe you've been hanging on, you know, for a long time by a very thin thread. So, and it could be related to work, like it's just not any fun anymore, or the relationship hasn't been, or the situation hasn't been, or something that you heard, saw, or whatever. It's not fun. And maybe you're just giving this person one last chance, you know, that kind of a thing. So, and this is a very loyal energy, the Nine of Wands. I'm trying to think of the song that's associated with it in my songs deck, but yeah, it doesn't matter, because the bottom line is that you only have, some of you really only have one, like, strength for one more go. And if it's like you're here for this person, and this, maybe you feel like this person only has strength for one more go. If you're here for someone and you know that it's been really hard for a really long time, and maybe you identify more with the Page of Cups energy, then you probably should know, or this is Spirit's way of telling you, that this person only has strength for one more go, one more, and they really mean it. They're really tired of everything. Or you could be feeling this way. So it is a painful, exhausting place to be. But I did say earlier that your person felt like, with that Ten of Cups intentions, that they're going to be your Ten of Cups partner no matter what, and it doesn't matter how difficult things get, that they're going to be there for you, and they are going to ride out those challenges with you. They're going to ride them out, and, you know, they're going to try. They're going to, you know, really take action steps. That's what they feel. They feel that they want to provide for your emotional needs. They want to take action. So I guess you just want to watch to see, you know, is this person just feeling this way? Are they actually going to take physical action, as they say, as they intend to do? Because if not, then, you know, you don't want to hang out in the situation much longer, is basically the thing. So I feel that they are going to, if they haven't already, take action and make romantic gestures towards you, but coming across in that young page energy, regardless of their age. And it could just be because it's a newer connection, or the start of the restart of a connection after a period apart, then in which case, you know, that makes sense that they would be in a page energy. But action, 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 that's what you want to see. You know, but their intentions are, I mean, they just really couldn't be better, and their feelings are very sweet. So we're going to get a message from your person of interest for whoever this reading is for. What would their person say if they had no filter? Knight of Cups again. I'm willing to go all out to win your love and affection because I want a romance that ends with happily ever after. You can't make this stuff up. Ten of Cups, I said earlier, it's the happily ever after card. We've got the Knight of Cups, willing to go out. Didn't I just say that? They're willing to overcome any challenge. That's their full intention. I'm willing to go all out to win your love and affection because I want a romance that ends with happily ever after. And you're the one with whom they feel they can have that. We've got this as well as coming out. I'm going to take those because they all kind of, they came out together and stuff. So got more Cups energy. Your otherworldly beauty is so delicate and humble. It has captured my heart. Okay, and that's just how water signs appear anyway, with their big watery eyes, and they usually are quite pretty, even if they're masculine. There's something pretty about them, right? The ones I have known anyways. But if you're the feminine, that's what they're saying. You're the worldly beauty, so delicate and humble, has captured my heart. And then we've got the, I believe this is Six of Wands energy. I'm super lucky to have such a winner on my arm. I'm proud to call you mine. So this person looks at you like you're a winner. Maybe you don't feel that way. Maybe things are rough for you, but they feel that way about you. And they feel super lucky to have you on their arm. They feel like you're a winner, and they're proud of you, and they're proud to have you on their arm. Okay, this is falling out and things like that. And then we've also got some other stuff going on here. And this too. Okay, some other stuff like these all, I'm sorry, these, when they wanted to fall out, cool, let them fall out. This is what's coming out, and they came out for a reason. We've got soulmate. You have found your romantic counterpart. They certainly feel that way. Responsibilities, romance interrupted, duties come first. So that makes sense with that tough, stressed out energy. And I talked about perhaps work and busyness being an issue. Let go of the past. You clear your energy to allow more love in your present life. So that's what you're being told to do, or that's maybe what's going to be necessary here, to let go of the past. Don't let it get in the way of your future. So this is what I've got for you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. Please hit the like button and subscribe. And if you'd like a private reading like this, of course, that's the best way to look into your personal situation. My contact information is in the description box down below the video. So I do have that link for Keem down there too if you wanted to do that. And I will talk to you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Welcome, Group 2. Thanks for tuning into your reading. Let's get a message from Zoltar real quick.
Hear your fortune from Zoltar. Sometimes you can tell a wise person not only by what he says, but also by what he doesn't say. Remember, it is much better to say little than to say too much and regret it later.
Alright, that's the same message that Zoltar had for Group 1. So maybe a lot of you who watched Group 1 are also watching Group 2, and that's cool. Sometimes there's a continuation of your story when you do that, but not always. I'm going to use the last Unicorn Tarot deck. Go ahead and think about your person of interest if you have one. Otherwise, it can be talking about a future love interest, future love situation. I'm going to get some traits for you as well before I forget, like I did for Group 1. These traits can be describing yourself or your person of interest, or someone that's coming in for you. Sorry, my feet are falling asleep. Stop falling asleep. We've got soulmate, okay? Somebody that you consider a soulmate or vice versa. We've also got brown hair. Person could have brown hair as well. Let's get some more cards here. Also, if you guys like these this deck and you're a tarot reader, that's probably why, you know, you would like a deck like this. It's linked down below, or it's in my tarot card, or cards shop rather. That's linked down below, I believe. We've got alpha, so somebody that's an alpha, leader of the pack type individual. Tell us more about Group 2's person. Got dark skin, so whatever their ethnicity, considered dark skin. Maybe they're just darker skin in general. Medium skin, so we've got a couple of different ones coming out to be like, hey, Somebody's got medium skin, somebody's got dark skin, so that's a hint for somebody. Let's get a couple more, please, for group 2 and their person. Who is their person? We've got a Pisces. Hello, Pisces. Could have Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. We've got a few calls this past week from Pisces people. You guys are always so cute to talk to. Sometimes you're, if you're all, you know, hyped up, then you could be a little bit much, but usually you guys are cute. Spiritual or religious, somebody that is spiritual or religious, so maybe they would even, well, depending on if they're spiritual, then they wouldn't mind watching a tarot reading or something like that, or that you watch them. If they're religious, probably wouldn't love that. We've got focused. So who are we dealing with? And yes, this can be describing you as well, viewer. That would be an indication this is the right reading for you as well. But what we've got here is we've got a medium to dark skin Pisces, more than likely with brown hair, who is or who you consider a soulmate, probably alpha leader of the pack in their group, and or religious and spiritual. Okay? You know, Pisces people, even when they don't want to be, in my experience, even when they don't want to be spiritual, they're just naturally spiritual. Like, they can't help it. They're psychic. They're intuitive. They have a natural interest in otherworldly realms, in the occult and the mysteries of life. So it's like, even if you're trying to be like an atheist or somebody that doesn't believe in anything, if you have strong Pisces in your chart, good luck with that. All right, so let's go ahead and get a sentence about your person, sentence or two about your person or your situation. This one's trying to come out. Okay, somebody could be a Gemini or a Virgo or have that strong in their chart. Let's finish this sentence, please, for the viewer group 2. Got some earth sign energy and more water. Okay, so you can take a snapshot, screenshot, or whatever, put together your own sentences, but let's see. Wow. Okay. So he started figuring that he loves you. And maybe this person didn't always know that they loved you, and they're starting to figure it out. It could be vice versa, as all general readings can be vice versa or interchangeable. But this is what I'm getting. So this person is planning to take action. So is taking action on it, is taking action in terms of, you know, things that seem to be about love. And this is related to you. Or he has started to figure that he loves you. Or, yes, it could be talking about he started doubting, speculating about a female, or about birth, pregnancy, love, or whether or not you are the love of his or her life. So take it how it resonates, whichever one applies. If your mind starts automatically going to a dark place, that's probably not the right path or the right route for that. Oh, I don't want to use this. As gods of your reality, you know, you're aligned with something higher than that, but that's just too much to get into right now. And I'm not trying to be Buddha on the mountaintop. That's not really what I do. Sometimes I come out with some real insights that, you know, blow people's minds, but that usually happens organically when I'm not trying. So anyway, we're gonna do my 5-card spread. My regulars will know what that means. The rest of you, that's just, we're looking at everything, okay? Everything to do with this connection or future connection, if you don't have anyone, but most of you do. You do have someone on your mind. 99% of the time when somebody comes to me and just like, oh, I just want a love reading, a general reading, I'm like, well, okay, sure. And then by the end of the reading, they're like, but what about such and such? It's like, you should have started with that question, because that's what you really wanted to know, and now your time is up. So anyway, don't do that, guys. Forewarned is forearmed. For group 2, everyone who is watching group 2, all my lovely people who are watching group 2, tell us more. What's going on in their love life, their situation with their person of interest, please. Wow, 10 of Cups. Again with the 10 of Cups. Wow, okay. We've got the Justice at the bottom of the deck. So you could be married to this person. You could want to marry this person. Feel like you're married in your hearts. Feel like this person's your soulmate, because we did see that, right? I think I put away all your little cards already. Yeah, soulmate, something like that. But you can see by the cards speak, you know, 1,000 words, that you basically love this person. So regardless of the situation, you have a lot of love in your heart for this person. You could feel like, you know, You would do anything for them, overcome any challenge for them, that you want to provide for them their sense of stability, security, and just shower them with love, affection, and family, children. Maybe you already have some children with this person. You don't have to, but yeah, maybe you feel like you guys are destined, your soulmates, like it's your turn to have the happily ever after, perhaps. You know, maybe you've had some tough times in this connection or otherwise. It's like, okay, now it's our turn. The tides have turned and now it's coming back around. What comes around goes around. Now it's my turn to be happily ever after with someone, with this person. What is the situation between the two of them? We've got the Ace of Wands, so it can be a new beginning between the two of you, like you've been seeing each other for a long time, or you've known this person for a while, and maybe it hasn't worked out, or it's just entering a new cycle. That's what this is talking about. So a passionate new beginning between you and your person of interest, okay? So it's also a phallic symbol, so, you know, if you know, you know. Keeping it PG on the channel now. But yeah, if you know, you know, it's basically about a lot of passion between the two of you. I feel like this person really does have a lot of passion for you as well. Like imagines you in that way, even when they're alone. But we're going to stick to like what this is really about is that this has a lot of has a lot of relationship potential. If it's not already in a relationship, there's still a lot of passion here, even if you've been together for a long time. Even if you are in a relationship with this person right now, there is a lot of passion here. And this is also energy of growth, because, you know, it's Wands energy. That's about growth, new growth. So growing together, this has a lot of growth potential, this relationship. It would make you both grow. It should be doing that if you're together. There's a lot of attraction here between the two of you, a lot of excitement. It really feels like it's a renewal of a spark, you know, or it's sparking because it's new and you already can see that this is somebody that you could grow old with, that you want to be with for a long time, that this is somebody that makes you feel very good, and that you feel like you can have this person in your life for a long time. You know, it just really feels like, you know, even if it's a newer connection, this is somebody that, you know, you need to explore and get to know. Maybe you guys are in the stage of doing that. So I'm definitely feeling like, you know, there's a group of you that this is someone older, that this is talking about coming back around together and having a new beginning. Others of you, this is somebody newer. If it's older, it's like you're starting to share things more with one another. And if you guys have lost a spark or something, the way to find that spark again would be to you know, share some things, share some activities, get out there and do things together, go on little adventures, try new things together. That always works, okay? So when you both want it to, right? As long as you're both keen and if you want it to work, then sharing, you know, shared experiences, little adventures, you know, trying new things together will help with that spark. So yeah, it just feels really good, very sparky. It feels like a new journey that the two of you are going on together, and it has a lot of potential to strengthen the bond between the two of you and enhance the relationship even more. So yeah, it doesn't even matter if this is someone from the past. It's still the same, basically the same reading in this position, you know, that there's personal growth to be had here. It's a time to like focus on the relationship. It's a time to, like, even if you are in separation, well, we'll see how they feel about you, but this period of time is to like explore yourself and develop your personal goals, pursue your passions that maybe you put on hold when you were in the relationship. But I feel like most of you are still dealing with this person, and you're doing these kinds of things together. See how this person feels about you, if I can kind of stick. Knight of Cups again. So if you were guided to, and you were maybe stuck between choosing group 1 or group 2, you might go back and choose and watch group 2 as well. I'm sorry, group 1 as well, because the 10 of Cups and the Knight of Cups came out in both of those groups. So we've got a loving bunch of people watching today, this week, and I'm glad, because I think the last week or a week before that, the readers were kind of bummers, you know, that happens, you know, so I'm glad that it's a little bit more uplifting so far, this reading, knock on wood, that the energies that we're picking up right now. But basically this person feels like they're falling deeply in love with you. If this is even a new person, they feel like they are falling in love with you. If this is somebody that you've been seeing for a while, they feel very romantically towards you in the relationship. Like something has renewed their interest, renewed the spark. This person loves being with you, and you know, they still have tender feelings towards you. So, yeah. It's like no matter how much time has passed, and I'm talking to people more in a relationship here, that this person feels like it's never gotten old for them. Okay? They still have very tender feelings for you. They feel like the relationship's magic, and it looks like you feel the same way with the Ten of Cups. So, you guys feel very similarly toward one another. And this person does feel like you are the perfect person for them. You bring them happiness, you bring them bliss. This is all about a new beginning here. So new. So if it hasn't been this way before, either you chose the wrong group or this is what's coming in. If you don't have anyone but this sounds good, go ahead and claim this reading and make it your story, because it's very powerful. This could be somebody from the past. They are dreaming about you. Okay, they are romanticizing you in the connection. They do wonder and hope to be with you again. Like they see things through like rose-colored glasses, and they just want to be in love with you again. You know, they want it to be that way again. Like they still love you, but they want you both to be in love with each other again. And this person is thinking about getting back together for those in separation. So this person's very idealistic, and it can get out of hand. At least they're coming across this way toward you. However they are in their other life and other aspects of their life, you know, they come across as being very idealistic towards you, and it could get out of hand. They could get carried away with that, you know, because then they could get disappointed when reality sets in, like, oh, this isn't what I imagined or whatever. But I mean, that's just something to keep in mind, you know. But am I going to sit here and salt coat the Knight of Cups towards a person that feels the Ten of Cups towards them? No, I'm absolutely not going to do that. You make this person happy, and they believe you guys are perfect or would be perfect together. So what are their intentions towards you? We've got the Three of Swords. So this is an interesting twist with the Three of Swords. If anybody ever thought that, you know, I was cherry picking the cards or anything, because I know sometimes readers are just people are suspicious of the silliest things. Whatever. And my cards are right here, and you can see me shuffle them. I would definitely not have chosen the Three of Swords as, you know, intentions coming from somebody with the Knight of Cups. So what does it have to do with? There's some heartache related to the past, and I feel like this is for people who there has been a walking away. So this is speaking more to the exes. We'll have to get a card to represent the intentions of those who are in a relationship or in a newer relationship with this person, but this might still resonate for you regardless of the status of the relationship right now. I'm getting like this person is this is interesting. This is definitely for people who this person is an ex, okay? So basically they're feeling like, yeah, they still want to come back. They still want to get back together with you, but they're still feeling hurt. They're still feeling hurt. They're still trying to wrap their head around what happened in the connection, in the relationship. There is this feeling like maybe they don't take full accountability for what happened or their part in it. That's that Knight of Cups energy, where somebody is not, you know, seeing everything absolutely clearly, or not willing to, you know, just see things realistically. Like they can't take accountability for some things. This person does experience still some emotional pain regarding the situation, and yeah, basically this is saying like they intend to address past issues with you. Whatever happened, they intend to address those past issues with you, but they're probably not going to take full accountability. It's like they're going to say, hey, look at, you know, what you did to me, or how this hurt me, and I want you to know how hurt I was, all of these things, but not necessarily hearing, you know, what you have to say, or just not taking full accountability for their share and their part in what happened, is basically what I'm getting with that, okay? So as far as intentions, if you're in a relationship or if this is a newer person, we have the Eight of Wands. So Eight of Wands is forward movement, okay? It's about getting swept up off your feet. This person could fully intend to sweep you up off your feet. They definitely want to leave the past behind, get unstuck from whatever this heartache is, even if it's something they endured in their personal lives that doesn't have anything to do with you. They still want to move forward, like regardless, even if they never had anything like a Three of Swords, if that doesn't resonate, they have full intentions of communicating with you and basically taking action, you know, not just all talk with this. The Eight of Wands is action oriented. So they're going to want to run away from situations that have been hurtful to them, and or they're wanting to, either way, bottom line, their intentions for those that this is a newer connection or you're in a relationship with them and no heartache has taken place, or if this isn't an ex. For everyone, this isn't an ex. Their intentions are to move forward, and they want to move fast. So they want to make some progress here. And so if you are wanting the same thing, you guys are on the same page, and it's a good thing. Can be that this person is, you know, wanting a deeper commitment, you know, greater intimacy, to get physical. This is a very physical energy, more physical with you, or just anything that will move the relationship forward. And if you are waiting to hear from someone, this is an indication that you will hear from them. You should hear from them soon. A message or some sort of communication is coming in. And it looks like it's gonna, like, they intend to spice things up and keep things exciting as going along with that Ace of Wands energy. So a new opportunity, that's what they're looking at this as, even if you are in a relationship with them. And even if this is an ex, they intend to come back into your life soon. And even if it meant just being a friend, like they want to renew the relationship and renew the communication, but just beware that for a lot of you, it's going to be to talk about how hurt they were, you know, regardless of what happened. Like, that's some way, shape, or form they're wanting to talk about that. But, you know, also they do want to get back together. If this is a newer connection, this person is just wanting to move really quickly. So don't let them rush you, you know, keep one foot on the ground. And, but other than that, it just looks very exciting. They intend to bring excitement into your life and just go with it. And, you know, they're looking for a relationship. They're looking for love. If you're dealing with somebody that you've been seeing for a while, they're looking for a relationship. If this is a newer connection, they might still be looking for a relationship, but if it's newer, you know, they might try to rush you, or they might get ahead of themselves. So just beware of that. Things are going to just move along very well, and there's lots of potential for this to have a real future, and so you should really enjoy it. Like, it looks like it's going to be fun. It looks like it's going to be exciting. It looks like it's going to be good. But, you know, it is a fast-moving energy and all that, so just be aware of that. With that being said, we did get their feelings. We've got 2 intention cards, so let's get the outcome card for you guys. What is the outcome? We've got the King of Cups, so you could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay? Got a King of Cups here. You could be an air sign, but don't have to be. I think I'm going to have to take a call here in a moment. Like, this might come through. That's what that noise was. Let me just check something. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. Okay. Yeah, maybe they changed their mind, or they can't come through. Okay, Mr. King of Cups. He's Mr. Dreamy McDreamboat, okay? So whenever you see the King of Cups in your future, I mean, maybe you know, this describes somebody that you know, okay? And in which case this is saying, yeah, this person's coming back in, or this could be someone else, you know, it depends on your situation. I do have to take this. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry for the interruption. Paying clients come first. Anyway, you guys are wonderful, though. I love you. You pay attention. That's good enough, right? With that being said, we did get the King of Cups as your outcome. So let's switch back into gear. Speaking of Queen of Cups, and didn't I say a moment ago I was talking about my Pisces clients? Yeah, that was a Pisces who is involved with another Pisces. So I was like right on time, because that's what we're talking about here. Now, he can be any water sign. He doesn't even have to be a water sign, but this is what's in your outcome. And I was saying that, you know, he is a dreamy McDreamboat and all of these things, but you have to be careful with this one. So what do I mean by that? It depends. We saw some mixed energies in this group when we pulled 3 of Swords as intentions for a part of the group of people who are watching right now. And then the 8 of Wands was a group for intentions for another group or some combination for others. Bottom line with the King of Cups, this is a charming, intelligent, creative person, most likely a man, a masculine energy, very romantic, gracious. He's poetic, he's artistic, he could be a writer as well. He's the Knight of Cups energy, but evolved into the King of Cups man. So this is what happens to the bad boy when he grows up. And he doesn't necessarily have to be a bad boy, but he's a charmer. He's a type like the Knight of Cups. If he wants to, we could charm the pants off anyone, right? And so he will do that. But when he grows up and he's the King of Cups, then it can go one of two ways. So we're going to hope that you're somebody that can easily spot. Let's just assume that my viewers are very savvy and they can easily spot a playboy a mile away, and you're sharp and you're onto that, and you know to avoid those types of people. Let's just assume that. If you didn't, and he turned out to be someone who hasn't evolved the way that he should, he's the type of person perhaps that would still be in that Knight of Cups energy, to the point even when he's in middle age, he's still in that Knight of Cups energy where he's a playboy and he just doesn't understand why he doesn't get the attention and draw on the women that he used to in the past, because now he's middle aged and he's having a hard time accepting that. And he could be very seductive but also very disappointing in a lot of different women's lives. And when he is the bright side, the light side of the King of Cups, then he is somebody that is still very, very attractive, very charming, but he's outgrown those playboy ways. He's sensitive. If he is ready to settle down, if he's finally ready to settle down, whenever he chooses to do that, he is an excellent partner, romantic, loyal, devoted. So all like the opposite of the shadow energy of the Knight of Cups and stuff. So I guess it's going to be up to you, little Miss Savvy viewer, to understand and determine which this person will be. Is he going to be the first version of the King of Cups or the second version of the King of Cups? Is he going to be the Colin Farrell notorious playboy, or is he going to be the Ryan Gosling who is devoted to his partner? He's still devoted, right? I don't keep up on the celebrity news like I should. I have nothing against that. I'm busy. So I think he's still with the same person. But anyways, you get the point. I think you get the point. Now, will he still be a little bit flirtatious? Yeah, he's just got that energy about him that's attractive. So there are people are still going to be attracted to him. They could even still flirt with him. His friends could even still your friends, maybe his friends too, I don't know. Your friends, though, I meant to say, could likely even still flirt with him. My friends wouldn't, they would know better, but I'm just saying, your friends, I rule with an iron fist, your friends, getting off track, could still flirt with him, and he would potentially flirt right back, because that's just his energy. He's just charming, There's a fine line between somebody being charming and somebody being, flirtatious to the point of being disrespectful. The King of Cups in his light energy will know that fine line and will know how to walk that line just perfectly. He'll know how to walk the line. I'm thinking of Johnny Cash, also a Pisces. He was married to a Cancer, and that was his song. That was a song that he wrote to alleviate his wife's fears. Don't worry about me when I'm on the road, because I know the line, because you're mine, I'll walk the line. So he knows how to walk that line without being disrespectful. That's up to you to determine, is that this kind of person? Because you'll have to be secure, with this type of a person for that reason, because they will have still, that ability to attract people just with their energy and their personality, not to mention, their visual appearance as well. So, yeah, and so with this type of person, for the majority who are watching, is this the light side? I'm going to say it is the light side of the King of Cups, because honestly, it is a bit of a mixed bag. I will say for 60% of you, this guy is strictly, this person in your future, the energy in your future here, is strictly the light side of the King of Cups, the Ryan Gosling. For 40% of you, well, let's say maybe like 20% of you, it's kind of a mixed bag. 20-25%. It's a mixed bag. He's a little bit of the dark and he's a little bit of the light, And for the rest of you, you might want to, be very discerning with this person and, watch their actions and make sure that they've grown out of that Knight of Cups energy and into a true full-on, grown person, and the light side of the King of Cups, Just make sure that they're what you want and they're going to respect you the way you want to be. And you'll know, because they'll be devoted, romantic, and loyal to you. If they're not acting devoted, romantic, and loyal, then, this is that other version of the King of Cups that you would want to avoid. Or at least, be on a, you know what I mean. you want to be careful of. So this is somebody that's a little bit high maintenance, not high maintenance in the way that the King of Swords is, but high maintenance in the way that they need to feel desired, attractive, and appreciated, because they're used to feeling desired and attractive and appreciated by many, many different people. So if you're gonna be the only one now, from where they get that feeling of attractiveness, desired, that feeling of happiness, if you're that sole person, then you have to be able to like give, you know, a lot of that to them so that they can feel, you know, so that they can feel good. And so in that way they can be a little bit high maintenance, because that's what they're used to. That way, when they were like, oh, you know, I've got Sue, she makes me feel attractive, I've got Mary, she makes me feel desired, and I've got Linda, she makes me feel appreciated. Well, now you're Linda, Sue, and Mary, you know what I mean? You're all rolling in one. You're every woman. You're the Empress. Okay, so anyway, I know I'm being a little off color, but I get that way sometimes, and I just think that we need to move on with this and basically just say that you know, it can be as simple as just noticing the little things that he does, and then he will reward you for his devotion. Some of them are not as high maintenance. They're just like, just notice the little things that I do, because some of the things that they do you might like not even notice, you know. You might just take it for granted, or it's like, oh, it's not a big deal, but to them it is a big deal. Like, I did, you know, this for you, I did that for you, you know, I took out the trash. It was like, or, you know, I brought you your favorite coffee, or, you know, I don't know, even something even smaller than that. I know that you like, you know, your toothbrush on the right side of the sink instead of the left side of the sink. So, you know, if I see that you or somebody has moved it to the left, then I'm going to move it back to the right for you. And you're just like, oh, yeah, take it for granted, whatever. He does that, whatever. Then, you know, over time, that's going to get on his nerves, or he's going to feel unappreciated. So even little things, that's just an example, little things like that would be important to appreciate in this particular individual who is coming into your life in the future here, or who is going to evolve from the Knight of Cups into the King of Cups for you, if you already know this person. So let's get some messages from this person. And if the reading is resonating, please hit the like button and subscribe. Excuse me. It does support the channel and help to keep it going. So for my group 2s, those who have chosen group 2, got this one flying out. Yeah, interesting. This is 3 of Swords. Again, we got 3 of Swords earlier, 3 of Swords in reverse here this time. I love your sharp insights and how you get to the heart of the matter. You know how to make a point. So maybe this person intends to make a point. Maybe this person has communicated with you in a sharp way in the past, or maybe they or you have a way of communicating with others in a way that can be taken kind of hard, or maybe you're a little bit sharp sometimes. With that being in reverse, it feels like this person is saying that they intend to you know, make their point in a more soft way going forward. And it can just mean what the card is literally saying, you know, that it's like they respect the fact that you know how to make a point. I'm also getting this energy of them being proud of you in the way that you communicate, or the way that you stand up for yourself. And we've got the Queen of Swords as well. You have a very sweet side, but you won't suffer fools. You cut them out and keep it moving. So this person, that's what I was saying, like respect. And that's how this person is feeling towards you. Like, you're a respectful person, like somebody that they can respect. Like, you have that softness underneath, but you know, you're down to business most of the time on most things. Like, you could be an air sign, or have that strong in your chart too. Let's get a couple more messages for those who have chosen group 2. You bring the unexpected, and even if we ebb and flow a lot in the relationship, I love it. Wheel of Fortune. And then we've got the Hierophant. I feel I can give you amazing advice that will improve your life if you follow it. So that's what this person feels like they have to offer you. They might be older than you, more experienced than you, or that's just their masculine energy feeling like, you know, I'm the parent, I'm the father, so I, you know, have something to impart. In which case there's nothing wrong with that necessarily, but that's what they're saying. Like, they feel like they have some advice they can give you. And we've got the Knight of Wands energy. See, this is what makes me wonder, and I feel like this is for more of you that think that you might be dealing with the little bit of that Colin Farrell vibe. Colin Farrell, is that what I said? Colin Farrell vibe of King of Cups. Knight of Wands energy. Why wait? I've got the hots for you and the sex is fire. Let's move fast. So that's the intentions that this person has. It felt like those intentions were more for people in a relationship or a newer relationship. But it can be for some that's dealing with somebody from their past as well. It's up to you to decide. But yeah, they're saying they're very attracted to you. The SEX is fire. They want to move fast. That goes along with that 8 of Wands energy. That's their intention, to move this fast. So do with that information what you will. Material attachment. Too much focus on visible trappings. We've got third party. Okay, so maybe there's a third party situation, which I almost said with that 3 of Swords, but I don't like to just jump to that conclusion, you know, even though it happens a lot, because not everybody who's watching is here for a third party or somebody like that. But that's what we've got. Material attachment, too much focus on visible trappings. You may be dealing with a karmic situation. So it does feel like with that 3 of Swords and that 8 of Wands, like this person is intending to leave the third party, is what I'm getting there. Leave behind a third party situation, and they plan on doing it quickly and soon. They could even be telling you this as well. But they feel like it's a karmic situation, whether they would use that terminology or not. It could be something that is based in like a material attachment, like maybe they're married and they have their money intermingled, or maybe they're in a relationship where they live together, or there's something, or they're with this person because this person has money, or you know, it has to do with the material realm. So money, work, home, finances, stuff like that has to do with it. Could be also talking about you. I mean, if you know that this is something that you're dealing with, then take it that way, but that's what's coming through. Let's get one more card. Friendly support. Fairies, guides, and friends give you aid. Okay, so I feel like this is a very charming person and a good representation of kind of that King of Cups, Queen of Cups energy here with this woman. All her suitors are around her and she's just sitting there and she's just adorable and she's attracting their attention and she's just graciously accepting their attention, because why wouldn't she? She's lovely, but she's not necessarily doing anything wrong. It depends on who you ask, right? So that's that King of Cups energy. The friendly support is what's popping out at me, and that has to do with maybe, you know, some of you are offering friendly support to this person through this difficult time. Maybe, you know, there are people around this person who are simply there to provide friendly support, but it could be that they have someone around them in their friends group who actually is presenting themselves to be a friend, but really has other plans, has other motives, right? Would really like to be with this person. So for some of you, I just feel like use your intuition, keep an eye out, don't be suspicious, but if they do have people around them that you feel like maybe are interested in them, but come across like, no, we're just friends, might keep an eye on that person. But this is saying, you know, what it is, you know, maybe this person just needs a little friendly support, or will be providing that to you. This is what I've got for you guys. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Please hit that like button and subscribe. It does support the channel and keep it going. And if you'd like a private reading, my contact information is in the description box down below the video. That's the best way to look into your specific situation. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Welcome group 3, thanks for tuning into your reading. So if you chose this stone, this is your reading, and we're going to get some traits about this person of interest of yours. So go ahead and think about that person. These traits can help you to decide if this is the right reading for you, if you chose correctly. Also, this can even describe yourself. We'll see what comes out. For those who have chosen group 3 and are watching this reading, tell us about their person of interest. Goody two-shoes, okay. Some of you are dealing with the goody two-shoes, right? Somebody that follows the rules. We've got a hard worker. Somebody's a very hard worker. Yes, okay. Somebody's a hard worker, or this is somebody coming into your life Some of you watch and don't have anyone in mind. Most of you have someone in mind, but anyway, we've got this coming out as well. We've got scattered. I'm getting some Gemini energy with this. Not that, you know, they're the only ones that are ever scattered, but that's what I'm getting. We've got ambitious. Okay, we've got medium length hair. Let's get another one here. Tell us more about group 3's person. We've got freckles, moles, freckles or moles, or both. We have has lots of friends. Okay, so that's what's coming through. Let's look. We didn't get any astrological signs, did we? What we did in the previous two groups. So you're basically dealing with a goody two-shoes who is also a hard worker, can be a bit scattered, but they're ambitious. They have medium length hair, probably some freckles or moles that you're going to notice, and they have a lot of friends. Doesn't sound too bad. Let's see what else comes out. We're going to use these cards, and we're going to get a sentence about this person and or the situation. Then we'll pull some tarot cards and get some messages towards the end of the reading. Alright, so for everyone who is tuned in to group 3, whoa, hello. Let's finish the sentence. What do they need to know about their love life, their person of interest? Okay, really? Okay, whatever. Let's do it. We've got 2 9s. Somebody could have a 9 life path. We've got a 4 of Pentacles here. We've got water, fire, and earth. We've also got 2 of Cups is honorable mention as well. Let's see. Okie dokie. Okay, so somebody is anxious about the fact that what they want most of all is to keep a secret. It could be a deep, dark secret or something that they perceive is a deep, dark secret. There's something that they're not saying. Could be that they want to keep something to themselves that they're not saying. It could have to do with them not having much. There's something they're holding back. So somebody is feeling anxious because it all depends on whether or not they can give people what they want, and they don't know if they can. There's something that they feel like they can't do. We've also got the 2 of Cups here. Have a grand sexual affair, is a phony, wild, passionate affair. So maybe that's the deep, dark secret. Somebody's had a wild, passionate affair, or somebody feels like they're a phony, like they're not real, like they're not presenting themselves in a realistic light. Or somebody just really wants you, okay? Really wants you. They feel anxious about it because maybe there are other people involved, or there's something like this. Feels like an affair kind of energy to me, but it doesn't have to be. We'll see what else comes out. So go ahead and snapshot the reading or screenshot it and then put together your own sentences that you feel may resonate. And yeah, we're gonna get started. Use this deck. I didn't get you guys Zoltar. Let's get Zoltar. See if he has anything else to say besides what he said earlier, which he said in both of the previous 2 groups. Zoltar, do you have anything new to add for group 3?
Hear your fortune from Zoltar. The smallest good deed is better than the grandest intention. Take it from me, the great Zoltar. Intending shall get you nowhere, but doing, yes, that will bring you much, much reward.
I disagree, but you're a toy, so what do you know? I do agree, and doing is important. I feel like you should set the intention of what outcome you want to have before you do something, and then it will flow much easier. In fact, it will seem like it's just happening for you instead of you having to put effort to make it happen, if that makes sense, okay? So with that being said, but thank you, Zoltar, for your input. He even has little tarot cards on his table there. It's kind of cute. Anyway, I wonder what they are. Can't see them. So 5 card spread for group 3. What's going on in their situation? What is their person holding back, if they're holding back something, or maybe the viewer's holding back something. They already know what that's referring to. Let's expose everyone's secrets. Just kidding. sort of. All right. So for group 3, what's going on in their situations? Thoughts, feelings, situation, outcome, intentions, messages towards the end. You could be dealing with the King of Air. You could be the King of Air. Brilliant, impartial, professional, diplomatic. Speak your mind with confidence. Seek out professional advice. Balance mental and emotional considerations. So maybe that's what you're doing. You're seeking out professional advice. Maybe you need to get a reading, or maybe you've already sought out some sort of professional advice. You're coming across as very impartial, though. You're coming at it a very logical, detached, observant energy. And so maybe you are speaking your mind with confidence to this person. But you're in control of your mental and your emotional states. So yeah, it does feel like it's kind of an interesting energy coming out with. I don't know if the majority of you are dealing with the King of Swords. Like I said, King of Swords is air sign energy, so that's Libra and Aquarius, and Gemini. But regardless, that this energy, regardless of their sign, it can apply, because it just depends on their energy and what traits they're presenting with. Okay, so I'm kind of interested in how you guys feel about your person. Like, let's see. I want to know what this person, how you feel about this person. Let's kind of look into it a little bit. We've got ego. Okay, are people looking at things through their ego a little bit more than they should be? That's the devil energy. That's what's coming up next. That's Capricorn energy. On this card, it's Archangel Jophiel. It's interesting. Okay. I mean, your feelings are positive towards this person. You feel respectful of them, and or you feel like it depends. Like if you're the King of Swords, you feel respectful towards your person right now, and you feel pretty clear on where you want this to go. And even if it's a newer connection, that's true. It is important to you as well that you do the right thing, especially if it's an unhealthy or toxic relationship in any way, or has some unhealthy problems with it. I mean, it's a double energy. It's the ego. We have to acknowledge that. That's there for a reason. So you're looking at it, this King of Swords looking at it as it's really important that you do the right thing, that you're treated well, that you treat them well, that the communication is good, because this is a king of communication. He wants the communication to be good. He doesn't just say things to say them. Like, whatever he says, he means, and he's given it a lot of thought. And so maybe that's you. You feel like you're only going to say what you mean. You're not going to say anything that you don't mean. So you have to be very clear on what it is that you mean and what you mean to say. Maybe you've gotten some clarity around the relationship and you're seeing it differently, or you just gotten some clarity around it. Could be if this is somebody from the past, you're obviously still holding on to this person, but but whatever you intend to do regarding this person, you want to say it. You want it to be communicated. Okay? And so, yeah, it's interesting. Excuse me. So with this combined energy being number 15, ego, we've got a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, and a negative or fear-based thoughts. So negative or fear-based thoughts. So in some way, shape, or form, if this is your reading, then these kind of things are coming through in the reading for a reason here. So it could be that, your person is focused on, overly focused on, material things, or they feel trapped in a situation. You could be feeling trapped in a situation. There's a lot here that needs to be talked about. Let's just put it that way. A lot here that needs to be cleared up, talked about. Feels like you have gotten some sort of clarity. But with this double energy here, it says that there's still more to be addressed here. It could be that you guys are obsessing over each other, especially if it's a newer connection. Maybe this is a very lustful connection. But you have to watch out. Is this an unhealthy dynamic? We don't want your desire to overshadow genuine feelings, genuine affection. And if you have been dealing with this person for a while, It could be manipulative or unhealthy in some way. There's some sort of toxic elements here, and it feels like you've gotten clarity on that. Clarity on a toxic situation, whether it be with this person or something else. So, yeah, it just feels like controlling, and like there's a lack of balance here. So it's definitely important that that gets corrected, because that can lead to really bad things, like things not working out and worse. Okay, but it does feel like, regardless if you're in a relationship with this person, if this is someone from your past, you know, it's difficult to break free from unhealthy attachments here. There's some unresolved feelings and obsessions, that's going on between the two of you. So it's important to release those toxic ties before, you know, things can grow and things can heal. How does this person feel about you? King of Water. Okay. Alright, so this person, okay, we've got two kings. This could be same sex, doesn't have to be, but we've got some strong masculine energy coming up here. Okay. Is this on the screen? I think so. Yeah, these are bigger cards, so it's not as easy to see if the cards are on the screen or not. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, the King of Water comes across, and I just talked about him. Like, if you just wanted to catch the end of Group 2's reading, you know, I don't want to tell you too much. I don't think that it matters, you know. It doesn't matter. If you hear what I have to say about another group, you're meant to hear it. So if you wanted to, like, I just did a whole kind of, like, in-depth analysis of the King of Water, the King of Cups, at the end of Group 2's reading. So if you were curious about that, you know, you may want to just go back and you know, take a look at that. But what is being said here about him with this card is that he's trustworthy, he's compassionate, respected, cultured, and it's advising to open your heart and mind to those around you. Trustworthy and heartfelt advice, charity work. Okay, so we've got this unhealthy dynamic between the two of you, but yet you both feel quite positively toward one another, and this person is feeling very positive, even devoted towards you. Maybe the SEX is just really good, but I don't know why it would be coming out using this card. Maybe the rest of the cards will make sense. You know, maybe you guys are really attached in that way, or dependent on each other financially, maybe, or because this is about dependencies. So apply it how it resonates. You know, it's about keeping you tied down to something. So, and it's affecting both of you. And so it does feel like, with these positive feelings towards one another, and maybe it's not a terrible thing, but what is that Devil energy though? There is some controllingness. There's been some heartache in this situation. There has been some one-upsmanship, like lose-lose situation, win at all costs mentality. If not presently, then in the past. But it really comes across as like, yeah, underneath it all, you both still have hope. There's that still that little light in the darkness that you guys focus on with regard to this relationship. Okay, you're both grown-ass people, and that's what you're coming across as. You could both be doing very well for yourselves personally and professionally, or you're just embodying this energy. And this person is feeling still devoted to this relationship, regardless of the status of it. And they look at the whole thing. It's not like the Page of Cups or the Knight of Cups, where they're wearing rose-colored glasses. So maybe they're just like whitewashing things, or like, you know what I mean? They're making it seem more rosy than it actually is. This person actually is seeing this from a bunch of different viewpoints, and I see that you are as well. And regardless of what has happened in the past, you know, whether you have been at your best or at your very worst, this person still loves you. And so this person does come across as level-headed. They're like emotionally mature, despite whatever this is. And maybe this is an ex, so this is how it was before. But there's still this kind of like tie here between the two of you. But this person feels like they definitely love you. So if this person doesn't love you, then this might not be the reading for you. Like, if you're just met this person, you know, there's a chance that they feel like they could love you, but this feels like this has history to it. So it's like, yeah. Maybe get a private reading if you want to look into your specific energy and your energy only, because when we're doing a general reading, we're looking into the audience's collective energy about things. So yeah, it does feel more long-term. This person feels like they've known you for a long time, and or they want a long-term relationship with you. So they're very level-headed about this, regardless. Like, that's what's interesting. You guys are both level-headed about each other in terms of how you're looking at each other, but yet this devil is right here in the middle. So they do feel compassion and understanding, regardless of what problems the two of you have. They do have compassion and understanding towards you. It's like they don't blame you for what happened between the two of you. On some level, they really still love you and care about you, even if this is somebody from the past, you know. This is definitely talking about it being like possible to get back together and reconcile if that's what you're wanting with, if this is an ex. But they would want to make sure that you both emotionally matured enough before you got back together, because this devil energy says that something needs to be dealt with and addressed. It's like you have had clarity about it and you're ready to talk about it, and it's like they're willing to think about it and see about it as well, about moving it forward. Let's deal with this. What do you call it? The elephant in the room, right? The thorn in the side, the pebble in the shoe. Let's figure this out, because we're both still feeling each other, and we're grown enough to figure this out, or at least give it another look and figure it out, right? So let's see, what is this person's intentions towards the viewer? Queen of Air, to match your energy, to be your partner. You're coming across King of Air, this person's coming across Queen of Air, even though they're water signs, so they're very emotional. The Queen of Air is more cerebral, but she's also sensitive as well. And generally speaking, the Queen of Air, the Queen of Swords, she just wants what she wants and everybody else can deal with it. So is that potentially what this person's feeling? Well, maybe that's their intention. Yes, and that they want to be your match. So this card says independent, experienced, witty, realistic, and objective decision making, clearing away all that no longer serves you, seeing the humor in the situation. So this is how this person intends. They intend to match your energy. Even though they're the King of Water, they intend to present themselves in this Queen of Air energy. And that is to say that they intend to observe. So hopefully not all you guys are doing is sitting on your thrones, being both kings and queen, observing each other. Hopefully there's going to be some action besides SEX or whatever that is underneath, some action that's going to be taking place. I'm just speaking frankly, because that's what I do. So that's what I do this for a living. We have usually very short amounts of time to get to the nitty-gritty, and so that's what I'm used to. And I don't think, that I've said anything, that isn't true, that, if this is your reading, if it's not, click off and choose a different group. But this is what's coming through, that this person intends to observe. They intend to get more of an in-depth idea about your actions and your personality before starting the relationship or continuing the relationship, whatever the case may be, okay? So this person, they don't intend to do anything like overly, spontaneous or anything like that. They want to make a careful decision. So whereas maybe in the past they might have followed their heart more because they're more emotional with you, it's like, no, I'm going to go ahead and, just be more careful in my decisions regarding group 3. Okay? So if you're in a relationship with this person, it's like you guys do have a clear understanding. They intend to have a clearer understanding. It's like you have more of a clear understanding from an objective standpoint than they feel that they do. So they want to have a similar understanding as you do, like to embody that Swords energy with you. And they intend to be with you. Okay? This person does still feel like, regardless of anything, that, basically you have their heart, and they feel like you're the right decision, you're the right choice. And if you guys are in a relationship, they feel like you're still the right person for them, you're the right one, they made the right choice choosing you. And this person does intend to be more passionate, more loving, more honest. But basically they want to figure out whatever this is, this devil energy, whatever grievances are between the two of you. They want the relationship to be on good terms, and that includes if this is somebody like an ex. Like this person intends to make the situation fair. If it was unfair, they want to make it fair, and they are, it's possible that this person will try to reconcile with you, because they want the relationship to be on better terms, even if you don't stay together. Like, they don't want it to be unfair is the main thing here. So it does look like this person would get back together with you in a romantic relationship. For those that this is your ex, if it made logical sense, you know, and if it did, then they would intend to get back together. If it doesn't make logical sense, if this devil energy continues to permeate your reading, and it will vary depending on who's watching, but if that's, I did mention some of the things that it was before, you know, if that continues, then they're going to be like, no, this doesn't make sense for me, I'm not going to do it. Never mind the fact that I'm in love with you, never mind that, you know. So, yeah. Let's look at the outcome. We've got Two of Earth. Okay, I do see a decision to communicate, okay, and in an affectionate way, so that's a good thing. But the Two of Earth is about decisions, okay, and it's about just being busy. If both of you come across as kings, maybe you guys are very busy, you didn't get to be kings in your own lives, you know, doing nothing, or, you know, you guys have things going on. So this person intends to make time for you, put in the work, put in the effort. That being said, there is a decision that's going to be made. So remember what I said, do we continue this relationship or do we get back together? It depends on, does this make logical sense? And you've gotten some insight and some clarity about it, and they want to do the same, and then they feel like at that point they can make a decision about where this is going. If you are in a relationship, more than likely it's just that you're going to stay together, but there's some decision that's going to be made here. If this is someone new or someone you're not in a relationship with, the outcome is going to be positive regardless, but it's not going to be a big deal yet. Like, we're not seeing anything major happening here between the two of you yet. Maybe we're seeing like a small gesture of affection being made, some complimentary words being spoken, some affection, but you know, it's not going to be a momentous thing, like a big thing that's going to happen in the outcome here. So if that's what you were looking for, I'm sorry, that's not what we're seeing. If things have gotten a little bit stale between the two of you, like not a lot happening, maybe you guys are both focusing elsewhere or on work, you know, this is just saying that, you know, get out of that routine. That will be nice for both of you guys, because routine can kill the relationship. Even if it's like this energy of control, like when somebody is trying to control something, they just slowly let it wither and die. So that needs to be let go of, whoever's being that way. Hopefully that's not still happening here. It would be good to go on a new adventure, or some kind of like play a new game, or try a new restaurant, or do something for those in a relationship with this person, or just take this information for like the future. You know, if it ever gets stale, you want to keep looking at each other with new and sweet eyes, and the way that you do that is trying, you know, new things together. I think a lot of people miss that. Okay, so but either way, we're seeing a decision. You know, it can be, you know, moving it to the next level, whatever that means for you. If it's moving in together, or, you know, going steady, in other words, you know, being exclusive, or maybe getting engaged, or maybe it's deciding that, you know, this isn't for you after all, whatever, you know, that's an option too. And then you both can, like, you know, talk about it, make peace with it, or just figure it out and then, you know, go down that path, go down your individual paths. But it is positive. So if that doesn't sound good to you, if you are like, no, I don't want us to go our separate ways, then that's not your message, because the Two of Earth in the outcome is positive. So it will be something positive. If you're with someone and it's been, you know, a shit show because it's the devil energy between the two of you, but you still like and respect each other a lot and stuff, and there's love, but you're like, nah, we can't get it together. So then you're gonna have that clarity. This person intends to be clear with you, you are being clear with them. So at that point, you know, maybe you will say, hey, I'm gonna make the decision to, you know, focus elsewhere. You know, maybe this isn't right for me right now. I've got other things I need to be doing that is more of a priority than this relationship. And then in which case, if that was the case, then you wouldn't feel bad. You know, it would feel good. Like, whew, I'm free of this, even though, you know, I still care about this person or whatnot. You know, whatever happened. I'm free of this and it feels good. Then that's the energy that you will be feeling. Otherwise, you know, feel good about the fact that this is moving forward. There'll be a decision of some kind that's going to move it forward in a positive direction, but it's just going to be one positive step forward. And we've got the Six of Fire at the bottom of the deck to confirm that. Victory, good news is on its way, public recognition or rewards. And what I always say when the Six of Fire comes out in the outcome is it's a step in the right direction, okay? It's not the whole enchilada. It's like, it's not happily ever after yet, but it is a good step in the right direction, or even a new beginning for the relationship, okay? Ooh, a lot of talking. So let's get you some messages from this person. What would they say if they had no filter? group 3's person say to them if they had no filter? Okay, we've got the sun energy, Leo. Your radiance attracts everyone to your radiance attracts everyone like moths to a flame. I'm so happy to have your positive light in my life. Okay, and that makes sense with this. It's just kind of got like a light coming through there as well, and things like that. So this person is, I mean, they do see you in a very romantic sense with this King of Water energy. I feel like you're very attractive. People are attracted to you. You bring happiness and positivity into their life. That's what they'd like to tell you. Then we've got, I imagine you having many love options, and I'm not sure I can outperform them all to win your favor. So maybe you think that you don't have a lot of love options, but this person is saying that they think that you do. I think it's because this person loves you, and when you're in love with somebody, you tend to think things like that, okay? Because you care so much. Like you wouldn't want anybody to have what's yours. Okay, so that's Five of Wands energy, and that kind of was what I was picking up on earlier with the ego and the control stuff. Could just be their own controlling tendencies coming out, but they're saying that for some reason. Like they think you're attractive, they think everybody else thinks you're attractive too. The way you can persuade anyone on anything must be magic. This person could be magician energy, Gemini, Virgo. They think that you're very persuasive. They think they can learn a lot from you, but they also think that you're a little bit mysterious, I guess you could say. We've got another one, Ace again. Ace of Swords. I find the way your mind works so stimulating. It's attractive. What will you come up with next? That makes sense. That is something that a water sign would think of an air sign in general. I find the way your mind works so stimulating. It's attractive. What will you come up with the next? We've got, it makes me feel good to be the provider, and even if we're from different classes, this could work. Okay, so this person is apparently coming across as saying like they feel like they can provide for you. It's usually in a material sense, but maybe it's talking about in other ways as well. So we have the Devil energy and the Two of Earth. Those are talking about the material realm, money, work, home, and practical matters. This person with the Six of Pentacles energy is saying like they would like to provide for you. And whether you need them to or not, it's like that's something that they would like to do, which is a nice sentiment, okay? And some of you maybe are from different classes, right? I think the Swords energy is like, aren't they like, they're the warrior class? But they're just like, once they're like the aristocrats though, or is that, and I know this is like business class. This is like royalty and business class. I don't know. So it could be that dynamic of, you know, they feel like you have more than them, but they want to be the provider of you, like something like that. You'll know if that resonates for you. There's a difference there. Got winky face, kind of come through and flirt. We always often get that card in our readings. We've got your dreamy imagination about the bright future we could have pierces my heart and draws me to you. So keep imagining. Your imagination is attracting this person to you. Manifestation creates reality anyways, so if you're going to imagine anything about this, imagine the desired outcome that you want to have. This person is picking up on that. They could be getting synchronicities, just thoughts popping in their head, or actual dreams about you, or they just know you to be as somebody that's imaginative, which interestingly, the air signs are quite imaginative and psychic as well. So I could see them coming across, if you're an air sign, but regardless of sign, that's your energy and that's what they're saying, okay? It could be water too. But it doesn't matter as much as the message, which is that they are drawn to you. At the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Swords again. I appreciate how well we connect intellectually and that we keep focused and proper when it's called for. Yeah, they want somebody that, you know, because that's how the King of Swords is. He knows when to act and he knows when to hold back. He's very judicious, very discerning, judicious. And so that would be important to them. And if you feel like this person is not that way, then maybe they're just trying to come across that way because they know that that's how they have to be with you, with them intending to be your Queen of Swords when you're coming across as King of Swords, right? Intending to be your match, in other words. We've got let go of the past, clear energy to allow more love in your life, and honest communication. That's what I said at the start as well, coming through as a big important factor here again. Expect a heart-to-heart conversation. Yeah, makes sense, because it's like they intend to communicate and you already feel like you need to, I mean, some of you are already in heavy communication, and so there's still some more honest communication to come. We've got divine timing, a serendipitous event. So something is going to happen here, and it's going to feel like, you know, it just happened out of the blue, like you're in the middle of it. It's not something that you can force to happen. I think that's the big message here with the you know, with the devil card, the ego card. The ego wants to try to control things. I feel like you guys have both had a problem with that. If this is your reading, this is what I'm getting, so I'm going to say it. Control issues. And when that happens, then, you know, you actually put the brake on, you know, your desires, the brake on progressing towards what it is you're trying to accomplish. And so then, you know, when you set the intention, and that's what Zoltar said at the beginning about intentions, and I said you should set your intentions ahead of time, and that way, you know, you can take the actions and move in the flow of life as opposed to against the current. That's what's being said here again, is that this is going to happen in divine timing as a result of you guys letting go of some of this devil energy, whatever that is for you, letting that go. And then I feel like it has to do with control issues, letting go of some of those control issues, however that manifested in the connection. And then as a result of that, you find yourself getting the end result that you want. And maybe that end result is communication. Maybe that end result is a heart-to-heart conversation, like really a heart-to-heart, not just talking, but actually speaking from the heart. That's what you're manifesting. That's going to happen in divine timing, and it's not something that you can force or manipulate to happen. I think that's important that people know that, because that was the energy I was picking up earlier, that people are trying to manipulate or force something to happen and strategize some way of doing X, Y, and Z. It's like, no, you can't do that. You're trying to manipulate the 3D. That's not going to happen. What you want to do is set the intention of what you want, focus on that with your dreamy imagination, and then before you know it, you're in the circumstances that you were wanting and that you intended for. But you just were there. You just, like, were there. You know, you just realize, oh, this is what I was wishing for. And it didn't even require any kind of plotting or scheming or controlling on your part whatsoever. That's what true manifestation looks like. This is your message, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. Please hit that like button and subscribe. It does support the channel and keep it going. I'm feeling guided to say I love you. Okay, I love you guys. I don't know why I have to say that. Not that I don't, but that's kind of odd. Sorry, groups 1 and 2. I didn't say that to you, but yeah, you guys are loved. And I will talk to you guys next time. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already so you don't miss my next reading. Yeah, and all that jazz. Talk to you next time.